Okay, today we're going to show you how to track text to moving objects, and you end up with something like this, where the text stays with the item of interest. So kind of picking up where we left off, we've got 3 tracks. We've got a video, we've got our arrow, and we've got our text that says tunnel. So if I come over here and solo these out, if I'm on the second track here and I click solo, that's just the arrow. If I come up here and click there, you can see that's just the tunnel. And of course down on the bottom we've got our video track. The problem is these two are not connected and they're both independent from each other right now. So what we've got to do is we've got to make them connected and married so that they never break up and that they're together. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this track out of the way real fast, and then we're going to go up here and create an image, a PNG image of them. And that image, we're just going to call it image 13. It's auto named that. Is going to combine those two items together forever. So we don't have to worry about them being independent anymore. Now they're
together forever.
Then we're going to move the video up to the second track, and then we're going to move our image that we just created down to the first track. Now this will make tracking much easier. And then we just go into Event Pan Crop. Now here is where there is no automated function built in motion tracking yet, but hopefully that'll change. One of the main things is to use the arrow keys. Now I like to use the arrow keys so that we're restricting our movement in a vertical position. So now first I'll adjust it where it needs to go to start with, and then I'm going to click. Wait, first look at the make sure that we move this just vertically. So we look at the value here and it's 2048. We want to make sure we keep on that value. So then I click on the timeline, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to click here on the work area, and then just using the arrow keys on the keyboard I can track up with the picture as it moves. I come back to the timeline, click again, and then I click again here on the work area, and then I can use my keyboards to move straight up, no problem. Come back down to the timeline, click again, and then click again on the work area, and then I keep using the arrow keys on the keyboard to keep moving up. Now the more keyframes you use, the smoother your movement will be, so it just depends how much time you want to spend on doing this. So I'm just doing this as an example, but the more keyframes you use, the better you'll be. So then we are done with that whole process. We're going to come over here to keyframe interpolation, and we're just going to push that all the way up to 100. I mean, who doesn't want their smoothness to be 100? You know I do. So now that should be good enough. Now all we have to do is render it out, and we should have our text tied to our moving item of interest. Now one thing to do is check the properties. You always want to set the rendering quality to best, and here you want to always set that to 32-bit floating, so that will prevent banding. And then you just render it out and you're done, and this is what you end up with. And that's it. It's really as simple as that. Magic 16 is supposed to have built-in motion tracking, so that's going to be a real plus, and I'm looking forward to that feature. And with that feature, you'll no longer have to do something like this, which is manually tracking your text to your moving item of interest. So anyway, thank you again for listening and watching, and I hope you found this of help. Take care and have a great day.